Okay, so as promised, we are going to be doing this, um, what's it called? We're going to be doing this quadratic equation puzzle. So that's what we're doing. Um, this is referring back to Objective 6 from 2.3, I believe, that we're doing here. So this is kind of what we were doing in class. We have something like this: x plus 2 quantity squared plus 11 times x plus 2 minus 12 equals 0. We go, oh no, man, wouldn't life be awesome if those were just x's? Because then I could be like, x squared plus 11x minus 12 is 0, and then I'd be like super happy and stuff. So, but unfortunately, we don't have that. We have to make it that way. We can't just arbitrarily decide that that's what we're going to do. We'll still be happy. So what you want to do is you want to say, okay, well, I recognize it theoretically. This looks a whole lot like a quadratic equation, but it isn't exactly. So we want to go in here and say, okay, well, I'm going to pretend that this x plus 2 is just something else, and I'm going to call it u. So let's just say that u equals x plus 2. So likewise, I can say that u squared is the whole x plus 2 squared, because if I just go here and like square this and square that, over here I'll have u squared equals x plus 2 quantity squared. So now I'm going to go back into my original equation up here, except instead of writing x plus 2 quantity squared, I'm going to write u squared. So that's this right here. X plus 2 quantity squared becomes u squared. And this little x plus 2 thing here is going to translate down, because we're going to have u squared plus 11. And then instead of writing x plus 2, we're going to write u. And then everything else stays the same. Minus 12 equals 0. So we say, oh, fantastic. Well, I've got u squared plus 11u minus 12 equals 0. And because I'm a fantastic factoring goddess, I can go in here and say, okay, well, this is going to come out to, let's see, I've got this negative sign, so that means one's plus, one's minus, and my factors need to sum up to 11, so I'm going to do, let's see, no, I'm going to do 1 here and 12 here, so I'll go check. If I have u plus 12 and u minus 1 equals, then we want to do the FOIL method. And so first is u squared, outer, inner, last, and so that's u squared plus 11u minus 12. Good, so that's the same thing that we have up here. So we did this right. Okay, now remember that what we have is that, we're going to look at this here again, if something times something else is 0, then either the first something has to be 0 or the second thing has to be 0. That's the only way around it. So we're going to convert this, and we're going to say u plus 12 is 0, or u minus 1 is 0. And come over here, and we're going to solve for u, so we're going to not do something incorrect. Instead, we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. So we've got u equals negative 12, or over here we'll add 1 to both sides and get u equals 1. So we have either u equals negative 12 or u equals 1, which is all well and good, except we need x's. So now we need x's. And we're really excited about x's. So we're going to basically kind of resolve this problem again. Remember, this information right here we had the very beginning, we had u was equal to x plus 2. So we know that u is negative 12 or it's positive 1. So we're going to examine it. We're going to say, okay, either, that's not what I meant. We're either going to say u is equal to negative 12. We're going to investigate this, or u is equal to positive 1. So u equals x plus 2. And so here, u is going to be negative 12. So everywhere I see a u, I'm going to put negative 12 equals x plus 2. Now I want to solve for x. So I'll add 2 to both. No, that's not right. I will subtract 2 from both sides. Minus 2, minus 2. So I've got negative 14 equals x, or x equals negative 14. So what's happened is now we've solved this problem for a u, but that u actually corresponded to an x value of 14. So that's like half of our final answer. Then over here, for u is equal to 1, again, we start back from that base, that u plus 2, which we got from this original assumption that we started off. So I didn't just pull this out of anywhere. That was just like, we did this on purpose. So now, I'm in this u is equal to 1 bit. So instead of writing u now, I'm going to put 1 equals, no, 1 equals x plus 2. So I need to solve for x, so I'll minus 2 on both sides and get 1 minus 2 is negative 1 equals x. So I can rewrite that as x equals negative 1. So the solution, if you kind of want to summarize, is if you've got this x plus 2 squared plus 11 x plus 2 minus 12 is equal to 0, your solution is whenever x is equal to negative 14 or x is equal to negative 1. And so what you've done here is you look for a pattern of something that looks kind of like a quadratic formula kind of thing, and you make a substitution so that you do get an actual quadratic formula. So by making that substitution, we had something, we turned a problem we couldn't solve into a problem that we could, and then all we had to do was work kind of backwards again to pull our original solution out of it. So hope you have fun.